Did you know that the difference between success and failure often comes down to one thing: action? If you want to achieve greatness, you need to do this one thing: take consistent, pragmatic action. Forget the myths about overnight success or waiting for the perfect moment. Greatness is built through practical steps and deliberate effort. In this video, we'll dive into the principles of pragmatic greatness and how mastering your actions can lead you to a life of fulfillment and success. So, if you're ready to learn how to prove yourself through action and outshine the competition, keep watching. Greatness awaits, and it's closer than you think. Number 1. Be bold. Be best. The world is constantly telling us what we should do, how we should act, and where we should go. It's easy to fall into the pattern of listening to external voices, following the crowd, and doing things the way everyone else does. But what if the key to unlocking your fullest potential lies in your willingness to be bold? What if success isn't just about following the path, but about creating your own? When you take bold actions, you move beyond the boundaries set by society. You step into a realm where fear and uncertainty no longer hold you back. Being bold is about challenging yourself, embracing discomfort, and stepping into the unknown with the belief that you are capable of more. And yet, it's so easy to let self-doubt take the wheel. You've probably felt it yourself, that hesitation before making a big decision, that nagging fear that maybe you're not good enough, or that failure is just around the corner. We all face it, and it's a part of being human. But when you choose to be bold, you're making a statement. You're saying, I believe in what I can achieve, even if no one else does. Imagine for a moment, you're standing at the edge, looking out at your future. You can either take that first step forward, boldly walking into the unknown, or you can retreat to the comfort of what's familiar. It's easy to choose the safe option, to stay in your comfort zone. But when you take that first step, everything changes. You discover what you're truly capable of, and that boldness becomes the driving force behind your success. It's like the first time you ever did something that scared you. Maybe it was speaking in front of a crowd or making a huge career move. That rush of adrenaline, that feeling of being alive. That's the power of boldness. It's in those moments that you find the version of yourself that has always been waiting for the opportunity to shine. Think back to a time when you were bold. Remember the excitement, the fear, and the sense of triumph you felt when you took a leap. The world may not have always been on your side, but you were on yours. Being bold is about defying the odds, and it's in those moments that you make your mark. But what's even more powerful is that boldness is contagious. When you take bold actions, you inspire others to do the same. It's the ripple effect that propels not just you, but everyone around you. But here's the real question. What would happen if you allowed yourself to be bold every single day? What if, instead of holding back, you took risks that align with your deepest desires? Would you be the person who leads others to greatness? Or would you fall into the trap of playing it safe and blending into the background? It's time to push the limits, to stop wondering what could have been and start realizing what is possible. Being bold is not just about grand gestures, but about the consistent decisions you make every day to challenge yourself, to do the things that make you uncomfortable, and to keep pushing forward even when the world seems uncertain. Are you ready to step up and be the best version of yourself? It starts with boldness. Number 2, greatness through action. When you think of greatness, what comes to mind? Is it the famous names etched into history, the innovators, the visionaries, the ones who changed the world? We often look at greatness and think of it as something distant, something that only a few can achieve. We imagine it's reserved for the exceptional, for those born with extraordinary talents. But what if greatness wasn't about birthright or innate genius? What if greatness is simply the result of consistent action? Greatness isn't found in the lofty ideas we dream about. It's not even in the plans we meticulously craft but never execute. True greatness comes through action. It's about taking the steps, even the small ones, day after day, toward your vision. This realization shifts everything. Suddenly, greatness isn't a distant goal or a far-off dream. It's a process. It's about what you do today, right now. And that's where pragmatism shines. Think about it. Every person you admire who has achieved greatness has done so not by waiting for the perfect moment, but by taking action, often when things were messy, uncertain, or unclear. They didn't sit around waiting for the stars to align. They got to work, imperfect and unpolished as they were. It wasn't always glamorous, and it wasn't always easy, but it was the consistency of their actions that set them apart. The truth is, greatness isn't about doing one big thing. It's about doing the right things over and over again. Have you ever had that feeling where you start something with excitement, only to watch it fade as the days go on? Maybe it's a new workout routine, a business venture, or even a personal goal. It's easy to feel energized at the start, but as time passes, that energy begins to wane. But here's where pragmatism comes in. It teaches us that greatness isn't about fleeting motivation. It's about turning up every day and doing the work, regardless of how you feel. The key to greatness isn't an explosive burst of inspiration, but the steady, consistent actions you take, day in and day out. As you think back on your life, can you remember moments when you experienced a breakthrough? Perhaps you accomplished something that felt monumental at the time. Now, look at those moments closely. Was it the grand gesture, the big idea that got you there, or was it the steady progress you made along the way? Sure, those bursts of inspiration matter, but they're only meaningful if they lead to action. Action is the bridge between your potential and your reality. But here's the thing. Action requires commitment, and it requires a willingness to fail. Greatness isn't achieved by perfection. It's achieved through trial, error, and the ability to push forward. So, the next time you feel like you're not moving fast enough, or you're not getting the recognition you think you deserve, remember this. Greatness doesn't come from waiting. It comes from acting. What could you accomplish if you started taking consistent, purposeful actions today? The path to greatness is not paved with perfection, but with the small, everyday choices that lead to something bigger. Imagine, in the span of a year, if you showed up every day, took action, and refused to quit. Where would you be? Number 3. Do what works. Win big. We all love the idea of winning. It feels great to succeed, to see the fruits of your hard work pay off. But what if the real key to success lies in simplicity? What if you didn't have to follow every trend or adopt every new strategy to achieve big wins? What if all you had to do was find what works for you and stick with it? We live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with new ideas, new ways of doing things, and new ways to succeed. It's overwhelming. Everywhere you look, someone is telling you the secret to success. You can try the latest diet, adopt the newest business model, or follow the trends in social media. But here's the hard truth. Not all of it works for everyone. The key to success isn't about trying everything that comes your way. It's about figuring out what works best for you and committing to it. This is where pragmatism comes into play. It's not about chasing the latest shiny object or following the crowd. Pragmatism is about finding practical, effective solutions to problems and then sticking with them. It's about knowing what works and applying it consistently until you see the results. When you focus on what works for you, your goals, your environment, you give yourself the best chance to win. But what does it mean to do what works? It's different for everyone. Maybe it's sticking to a workout routine that makes you feel strong. Maybe it's using a certain business strategy that's proven successful in your industry. Or maybe it's taking a more hands-on approach to learning instead of relying on theory. Whatever it is, doing what works is about recognizing what yields results and committing to it. In your life, there's something that works, whether it's a habit, a method, or a mindset. Think back to a time when you saw a breakthrough or when things just seemed to fall into place. Chances are you were doing something that worked. The challenge, however, is that most of us are constantly looking for shortcuts. We want the easy route, the quick fix. But the truth is, the road to success isn't paved with shortcuts. It's paved with the tried and tested methods that get results. So, what if you stopped looking for something new and instead started doubling down on what works? Imagine how much further you'd get if you stopped trying to chase every trend and instead focused your energy on the things that are already proven to bring success. The key to winning big isn't about doing more. It's about doing what works, consistently, patiently, and with purpose. What could you achieve if you did that? In a world full of distractions, the most successful people know that there's power in simplicity. They focus on what they know works and stick with it. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do the right things. Number 4, act smart, lead strong. When we think of leadership, we often picture a charismatic figure, someone who commands attention with a loud voice, grand gestures, and an undeniable presence. But in reality, true leadership doesn't always look like this. Leadership is not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the smartest in your actions and the most consistent in your results. Leadership is rooted in the ability to think clearly, make sound decisions, and inspire others through practical solutions and strength of character. The pragmatic approach to leadership is simple: act smart, and you will lead strong. It's not about having the perfect plan every time or knowing all the answers right away. It's about the ability to assess a situation, think critically, and choose the most effective course of action, then seeing it through. You don't need to be an expert in everything, but you need to know how to leverage your strengths, rely on your resources, and surround yourself with people who can help you succeed. But here's the kicker. Smart action doesn't always mean taking the most obvious or easiest route. Sometimes, the smartest decision is the one that challenges you the most. It's the choice to be patient when others are rushing, to stay calm when emotions are running high, and to take the longer, steadier path that leads to lasting results. Think about the times in your life when you acted impulsively. Sure, it might have felt good in the moment, but did it lead to the kind of success you wanted? Probably not. Now think about the times when you took a step back, thought things through, and then moved forward with intention. Those were the moments that truly defined your leadership, the moments that proved your strength and strategic thinking. Smart action isn't about avoiding risk, but about managing it in the most effective way possible. It's about making decisions based on knowledge, experience, and clarity, rather than emotion or impulse. A true leader doesn't shy away from difficult situations. They face them head-on, using their intellect and resources to guide them through. As you reflect on your own leadership journey, ask yourself, when have I acted smart and when have I acted impulsively? What were the outcomes? Leadership requires patience, clarity, and a deep understanding of the situation at hand. It's about making decisions that not only benefit you, but also those you lead. Because true leadership isn't about asserting power, it's about showing others the way, inspiring them to take action, and empowering them to succeed alongside you. Being a leader isn't about being flashy or drawing attention to yourself. It's about leading with purpose, integrity, and intelligence. When you act smart, you lead strong. Not just for a moment, but over time, building respect, trust, and lasting influence. Number 5. Practical steps to success. Success often seems like this far-off, elusive thing. We see it in the lives of others, and it feels like something only a select few can achieve. The truth is, success doesn't come in one big, magical moment. It's built, step by step, through daily decisions, actions, and habits. And that's the beauty of pragmatism. It turns success from something abstract into something achievable. It's not about waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. It's about taking practical steps toward your goals, no matter how small, and watching them compound over time. We often get caught up in the idea that success is a single event, a grand achievement, a breakthrough that changes everything. But in reality, success is the sum of 1,000 small choices, each one bringing you closer to your goal. Pragmatism teaches us that there's no need for drama or perfection, just consistent, practical actions that move us forward. Whether it's waking up early to work on a project, taking the time to learn a new skill, or making sure you're putting in the effort every single day, these small, consistent steps will lead you to success. Think back to when you were learning something new. Maybe it was a hobby, a skill, or even a subject in school. At first, it probably felt overwhelming. There was so much to learn, so many steps to take. But as you kept going, step by step, things started to click. The process wasn't always glamorous, but with every bit of effort, you made progress. That's the essence of pragmatic success: slow, steady, and practical steps toward your goal. This doesn't mean you shouldn't have big dreams or ambitious goals. Quite the opposite. Dreaming big is necessary for motivation, but dreams are just the starting point. The real work happens in the day-to-day actions. And here's the secret. It doesn't have to be complicated. The path to success is simple, even though it requires focus and discipline. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to take consistent action based on what's worked for others and what you know works for you. Ask yourself, what practical steps can I take today to move closer to my goals? It's the small decisions, the little actions that add up. Maybe it's a commitment to learn something new each week, or setting aside time every day to work on your passion project. Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the success you want. And the best part is that this process is entirely in your hands. You control the actions you take, and ultimately, your success. Success is not about hoping for a lucky break. It's about identifying what works, taking those practical steps, and sticking with them. When you embrace this mindset, you'll find that success isn't as out of reach as it seems. It's right there in front of you, waiting for you to take the next step. Number 6. Results. Define you. Results. They're the true measure of success. It doesn't matter how much you plan, how much effort you put into your work, or how passionate you are about your dreams. In the end, what truly matters are the results you achieve. It's easy to get caught up in the process, to feel good about the hard work you're putting in, but at the end of the day, results speak louder than intentions. Results are the tangible proof of your efforts and your ability to execute on your ideas. And pragmatism, with its focus on practical outcomes, reminds us that if you want to define your worth, it's the results that matter. This truth can be both motivating and humbling. On one hand, it's incredibly empowering because it means you have the ability to shape your future through action. On the other hand, it can be uncomfortable because it forces you to look at what you've actually accomplished, not just what you've tried. But this is what makes pragmatism so powerful. It's not about the effort you put in or the ideas you have. It's about the results that follow from your actions. And those results are what truly define your progress. Take a moment to think about your own life. What results are you seeing in your career, your relationships, your personal goals. If you look closely, you'll notice that the things you've been able to accomplish are directly linked to the actions you've taken. It's easy to get discouraged when you're working hard but not seeing immediate results. But remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the consistent actions, the commitment to doing what works, that ultimately leads to the outcomes you desire. Your results, no matter how small, are proof that you are moving forward. They are your track record of success. Pragmatism teaches us that results aren't just about big wins. They're also about the small, steady steps that add up over time. Whether it's the impact you have on others, the progress you make in your career, or the personal growth you experience, it's the results that count. And these results are what will define you. When you focus on producing practical, measurable outcomes, you begin to see that success is not some distant goal. It's right there in the results you create every single day. So as you move forward, remember that your results will be your defining feature. They'll tell the story of your journey, the challenges you've faced, and the victories you've won. And with pragmatism as your guide, you'll be well on your way to creating the results that matter most to you. Number 7. Outwork, outshine. We all know the phrase, hard work pays off, but let's take a deeper look at what it really means. Hard work isn't just about clocking in more hours or exerting more energy. It's about putting in the right kind of work, the kind that challenges you, improves your skills, and drives you toward your goals. The beauty of pragmatism lies in its focus on results, and one thing is certain: the more you outwork others, the more you stand out. Success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart, being consistent, and pushing beyond what is expected. When you outwork others, you're not simply doing more of the same. You're constantly looking for ways to improve, to be more efficient, and to push the boundaries of your potential. This mindset doesn't just make you good at what you do, it makes you exceptional, and that's when you outshine others. It's about being relentless, not because you're trying to prove something to others, but because you're proving something to yourself. You have an innate drive to be the best version of yourself, and you know that hard work is the fuel that will get you there. Think about the most successful people you admire. What do they have in common? They didn't get to where they are by relying on talent alone. They outworked everyone around them. Whether it's staying up late to finish a project, putting in extra hours to learn a new skill, or simply doing what others aren't willing to do, hard work is the key. In the end, it's the quiet, consistent efforts that lead to greatness, not the flashy moments or sudden strokes of luck. However, outworking others is not about competition for the sake of comparison. It's about improving yourself. It's about focusing on the effort you put into your own growth, not the efforts of others. When you outwork others, it's a byproduct of your commitment to personal excellence. The result is that you rise above, naturally outshining the competition without having to boast or declare your success. Your actions will speak louder than words, and others will start to take notice. And let's be real for a moment. We all experience those moments where the effort doesn't seem to pay off right away. You put in the time, the energy, and the dedication, but the results seem slow to come. It's in those moments that your commitment truly matters. Outworking others isn't just about winning in the short term. It's about laying the groundwork for long-term success. It's about creating habits, building a reputation, and strengthening your resilience. And when you do this consistently, the results will come, and you'll shine brighter than you ever expected. Number 8. Prove it with action. Talk is cheap. We've all heard people say what they're going to do, what they've accomplished, or what they believe in, but in the end, it's the actions that matter. Words alone don't create change. Actions do. Pragmatism teaches us that the only way to prove something is through tangible results. The only way to make a real impact is by doing, not just saying. So when you say you want something, show it. When you believe in a cause, prove it. When you have a vision, build it. The only way to prove anything is through consistent, deliberate action. It's easy to fall into the trap of over-explaining, overthinking, and over-planning. We've all been there, planning every detail to perfection, waiting for the right moment to start. But here's the truth. The right moment is now. Action is the catalyst that turns ideas into reality. Every day you wait, you're letting potential slip by. It's not about having the perfect plan, the perfect resources, or the perfect conditions. It's about taking action regardless of those factors. It's about taking the first step and building momentum. Think about the times when you've taken action, whether it was small or big, immediate or delayed, and the results that followed. There's a certain satisfaction in seeing something come to life because you acted. You took that first step, and it led to something bigger. And that's the core of pragmatism, the focus on practical results. Words can be powerful, but they only become meaningful when paired with action. It's easy to get caught up in self-doubt and worry. What if I fail? What if I make a mistake? What if it's not good enough? The truth is, action doesn't guarantee immediate success, but it guarantees progress. No one gets it perfect on the first try, and that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's movement. When you prove it with action, you learn, adapt, and refine along the way. Each step forward, each failure, and each success are all part of the process. So, what are you waiting for? You have ideas, you have goals, and you have the capacity to act. The key to proving your worth, your vision, and your goals lies in taking action, even when you don't have all the answers. The more you act, the more you prove your commitment, and the more you solidify your path towards success. The world is full of talkers, but it's the doers who get noticed. Number 9. Master actions, win life. Mastering your actions means taking control of your life and steering it in the direction you want it to go. It's not about being perfect or flawless. It's about consistently doing the right things with intention and purpose until they lead to success. We often think that life is unpredictable or uncontrollable, but the truth is, we have more power over our destiny than we realize. Mastering your actions means being intentional about how you spend your time, how you focus your energy, and how you make decisions. It's about taking responsibility for your choices and recognizing that the results in your life are a direct reflection of your actions. When you master your actions, you take control of the narrative. You stop letting external forces dictate your path, and you begin creating your own future. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges or obstacles along the way, but it means that you're equipped with the skills, mindset, and discipline to handle them. Success is the result of deliberate actions, day after day, that align with your goals and your values. Think about a time in your life when you were fully engaged in what you were doing, when you felt like you were in the zone and everything seemed to fall into place. That feeling wasn't just luck or chance, it was the result of mastery. You had honed your skills, you had honed your focus, and you were fully aligned with your purpose. Mastery comes from consistency, practice, and reflection. It's about continually improving and adjusting your approach as you learn and grow. It's not a one-time thing, it's a lifelong journey. What makes someone truly successful is their ability to master their actions. You can't control everything in life, but you can control your response, your mindset, and your effort. When you take mastery over your actions, you stop being a passive participant in your life. You become the creator of your own story. So, what actions do you need to master in order to win at life? What small habits, what daily routines will get you to where you want to be? The path to success is paved by the consistent mastery of actions, and when you commit to that, you'll see the results in every area of your life. Number 10. Pragmatic greatness awaits. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect moment or who dream of success without action. Pragmatic greatness is about understanding that greatness is not a matter of chance, but of choice. It's the result of consistent, practical action aligned with your goals, values, and purpose. The path to greatness is not glamorous or easy. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and tough decisions. But it's also filled with opportunities. Opportunities that are waiting for those who are ready to take action. For many, greatness seems like an abstract, far-off idea. We often think of great people in history, innovators, leaders, or pioneers, and believe that greatness is something reserved for them. But here's the truth. Pragmatic greatness is available to everyone. It doesn't require an extraordinary set of circumstances or an exceptional amount of talent. It requires a mindset grounded in pragmatism, focusing on what works, staying consistent, and committing to the actions that will lead to lasting results. Greatness isn't just about achieving one big thing. It's about achieving many small, meaningful things over time. Every action you take toward your goal, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to realizing your full potential. Think back to the moments in your life when you've achieved something meaningful, whether it was a personal victory, a professional accomplishment, or a breakthrough in your relationships. Those moments didn't come from dreaming alone. They came from practical, deliberate actions. Pragmatic greatness is about taking what you have, your skills, your resources, your opportunities, and turning them into something greater. It's not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about making things happen through consistent effort and intelligent action. What stands between you and greatness is the ability to take that first step, to choose action over hesitation, and to keep going even when things get tough. When you commit to pragmatic greatness, you're not just hoping for success, you're working for it. And the beauty of this mindset is that it's within your control. You decide what greatness looks like for you, and you decide how to pursue it. It's not about following a preordained path or mimicking someone else's success. It's about crafting your own journey, taking the steps that are right for you, and building the kind of greatness that is unique to your own experiences and ambitions. Pragmatic greatness doesn't wait for the perfect time. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It doesn't wait for someone to give you permission to be great. It waits for you to make the choice to act, to persist, and to keep moving forward, one practical step at a time. So ask yourself, what does greatness mean to me? What steps am I willing to take today to get closer to that greatness? Pragmatic greatness isn't a far-off dream. It's a journey that starts with action, and it awaits anyone ready to embrace it. If you've made it this far, drop a thumbs up. It shows you're part of the 0.01% who are committed to finishing what they start. You're already on the path to pragmatic greatness, and the actions you take today will define your future. Keep pushing forward, keep proving yourself with your efforts, and watch as you transform your life. Don't let hesitation or fear stop you. Remember, greatness isn't given. It's earned through the actions you take every day. If you're serious about changing your life and building a future that reflects your potential, make sure to join our community by subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you're taking that crucial step toward mastering your actions and achieving the success you deserve. Stay committed, stay pragmatic, and let's keep striving for greatness together.